roll through. Palm trees swaying, skies clear and blue. Toes in the sand, bowl in our hand. Living easy, life feels so grand. Every breath a gift, we take it slow. The coast where good vibes always flow. Kicking back under skies so wide. In this tropical dream we let joy reside. Toes in the sand, ball in our hand. We drift away, life's perfectly planned. Jazz in the air, waves kiss the shore. In the cove we couldn't ask for more. Toes in the sand, ball in our hand. With every puff we understand the world fades away in this peaceful land. Toes in the sand, ball in our hand. Mango skies turn to golden light. Another day that feels just right. Smoking slow as the moments pass. Each hit smooth like sea over glass. Feel the rhythm let troubles go. In the cove we find our flow. Laughter and love in every spark. Living bright till it gets dark. Toes in the sand, ball in our hand. We drift away, life's perfectly planned. Jazz in the air, waves kiss the shore. In the cove we couldn't ask for more. Toes in the sand, ball in our hand. With every puff we understand the world fades away in this peaceful land. Toes in the sand. Mango skies turn to golden light. Another day that feels just right. Smoking slow as the moments pass. Each hit smooth like sea over glass. Feel the rhythm, let troubles go. In the cove we find our flow. Laughter and love in every spark. Living bright till it gets dark. Toes in the sand, ball in our hand. We drift away, life's perfectly planned. Jazz in the air, waves kiss the shore. In the cove we couldn't ask for more. Toes in the sand, ball in our hand. With every puff we understand. Oh, every puff we understand. The world fades away in this peaceful land. Toes in the sand.
The sun's hanging high, afternoon's here. Palm trees sway and the sky's so clear. Grab your stash, take it slow. Take time to talk, let the good vibes flow. Waves roll in, a rhythm so sweet. The sand is warm beneath your feet. In the cove we take it real slow. Take time to talk, let the stress go. Take time to talk in the afternoon. Feel the warmth as it fills the room. Cannabis clouds drifting so high. Kick back, relax, watch the day go by. Take time to talk, breathe it in deep. In the cove where the chill runs deep. Every puff brings peace to your mind. Take time to talk, leave it all behind. Feel the breeze as it kisses your face. Find your peace in the sunny place. Spark it up, let the hours fade. In the cove where memories are made. Afternoon sun paints a perfect light. As you talk, everything feels right. Take your time, let the high take hold. In the cove where the stories are told. Take time to talk in the afternoon. Feel the warmth as it fills the room. Cannabis clouds drifting so high. Kick back, relax, watch the day go by. Take time to talk, breathe it in deep. In the cove where the chill runs deep. Every puff brings peace to your mind. Take time to talk, leave it all behind. to talk in the afternoon. Feel the warmth as it fills the room. Cannabis clouds drifting so high. Kick back, relax, watch the day go by. Take time to talk, breathe it in deep. In the cove where the chill runs deep. Every puff brings peace to your mind. Take time to talk, leave it all behind. In the afternoon, feel the warmth as it fills the room. Cannabis clouds drifting so high. Kick back, relax, watch the day go by. Take time to talk, breathe it in deep. In the cove where the chill runs deep. Every puff brings peace to your mind. Take time to talk, leave it all behind.
Gentle waves in a wide open sky. Cannabis clouds drifting up so high. Roll it up slow, light it with ease. Salt air mingles with each gentle breeze. On a boat with friends, laughter's the sound. Passing around as the sun goes down. Smoke trails swirl, dancing with the tide. In the cove's embrace, just along for the ride. Smoking on the sea with the vibes just right. With the waves and stars and the moon's soft light. Floating through the night with the Cove crew near. Every pulse and memory clear and sincere. Smoking on the sea, feel the rhythm flow. With each inhale, watch the calmness grow. Let the sea rock gently, set your soul free. We're smoking on the sea where we're meant to be. Catching the sunrise as the ocean gleams. Smoke rings rise, drifting into dreams. Grind it up fine, pass it round slow. Let each toke match the waves ebb and flow. No land in sight, just sky and sea. With each puff our minds drift free. Anchors down, drifting in peace. No place we'd rather be, come sweet release. Smoking on the sea with the vibes just right. With the waves and stars and the moon's soft light. Floating through the night with the Cove crew near. Every pulse and memory clear and sincere. Smoking on the sea, feel the rhythm flow. With each inhale, watch the calmness grow. Let the sea rock gently, set your soul free. We're smoking on the sea where we're meant to be. The seas lullaby and the moon's soft glow. Take a hit, feel the warm winds blow. Eyes half closed, heart open wide. Smoking on the sea with the tide as our guide. Smoking on the sea where the vibe's just right. With the waves and stars and the moon's soft light. Floating through the night with the Cove crew near. Every puff's a memory clear and sincere. Smoking on the sea, feel the rhythm flow. With each inhale, watch the calmness grow. Let the sea rock gently, set your soul free. We're smoking on the sea where we're meant to be.
In the ashes of a broken world, unity was the only way forward. Every Tuesday afternoon, their journey continues. The Guardians were never chosen. They were forged by loss, by loyalty, by the long road home. With each chapter, legends unfold. Familiar voices step into myth. Legacy viewers become part of the lore. Their stories written in smoke and flame. They walk through storms. They fight the dark. And they protect the last flicker of hope. This is Guardians of Unity. Not just a story. A saga. A bond. A flame that refuses to go out. Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. Only on the Cove, Facebook, and YouTube.
What up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. What up, cops?
What up, Beans? What up, and happy motherfucking totally terrific Twisted Titty Tie Turkey Taco Token Tunes Tuesday. All you amazing ass people, who's ready for some Guardians?
Let's fucking go. We got 2 minutes to 420, everybody. Cheers, cheers.
Yeah, bring up Shire.
What up, Amber? How are you? I hope you are having a dope-ass Tuesday.
What up, Kay? Hope it's been a great ass day.
What up, Boxman? How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful day.
Hi, Kelsey. Hope you've had a great Tuesday.
What up, Kimmy? How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday.
What up, Roy? Hope you've had a great ass day so far, dude.
What up, Ash? How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Hi, Ma. Hope you've had an amazing day so far.
What up, CJ? How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday.
What up, Heather? Hope you've had a great ass day so far.
Yes, much love. It's been off and on today. I'm feeling a little bit better now-ish, but yeah, been resting a lot today. Happy 420 though, everybody.
Cheers, y'all.
Smoke weed every day.
Cheers, cheers, everybody. What up, Magic? How are you, man? Hope you're having a wonderful day.
What, Magic? Oh, man. That's that car smack back.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. Hope everybody's staying cool. It's crazy hot here today. Crazy.
Yeah, humid as a motherfucker by you.
Yeah, it's crazy hot and humid here today. It's from the corn. What up, Panda Annie?
What up, Annie?
Hope you're having a dope Tuesday. I hope everybody's excited for some Guardians of some Unity. Got a few chapters in store.
I'm excited. I finally get to catch the whole fucking chapters instead of just the last one, or part of the last one.
Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go, everybody.
Last week on Guardians of Unity, deep beneath the hills in a cavern etched with blood-red ink and conquest, General Rook laid the groundwork for war. Maps were spread, targets were marked, blockades drawn, villages disposable, loyalties temporary. The plan was clear. Strike in arcs, collapse alliances, make resistance feel pointless. And in the shadows beside him stood another commander, quiet, cloaked, watching. Silent posts were already in place. Troops were assembling. The invasion had already begun. Above, the storm churned, but inside the cottage a different battle was raging. Ammo collapsed into Kels's arms, seizing violently as the Starflare root fought to purge the poison from his body. CJ took command, guiding Kels through the terror, grounding the moment with urgent clarity. Flames flickered, thunder cracked, and the Guardians gathered round the man who once held them all together, praying the root would be enough. But what came next chilled the room. Magic finally confessed. He'd seen her, not in a vision, in real life. Tempest, Leora, the storm reborn. And worse, Kels had seen her too. The room fell still. Ma's disappointment cut deeper than anger. CJ's voice turned sharp. The tension was more than fear, it was betrayal. Because when it comes to Tempest, there's no margin for secrecy. And then Ammo spoke, barely a whisper. She's not alone. That single phrase reshaped everything. What they thought was one enemy is many. What they thought was coming is already here. As Ammo drifted back into silence, the Guardians moved. Yerp and Manbear lifted him to bed. CJ monitored every breath. Heather tended his wounds. Ma held his pulse steady. And while Kels never let go of his hand, the others prepared for war. Perimeters were planned, supplies inventoried, runners dispatched. Magic resolved to call upon old allies from his past. Ashley began mapping defenses. Kay worked the logistics. And Beans, Coffsey, and Amber circled the room like restless fire. Outside, the storm raged harder. Inside, the Guardians stood as one. Wounded, maybe, fractured, yes, but still standing. Because when Tempest returns, she doesn't come quietly. Stay tuned for this week's Guardians of Unity. The lines are drawn, the storm is here, and the reckoning begins.
Hell yeah.
So many chapters.
Went far as shit into this book.
All right, here we go. Chapter 188, everybody.
Chapter 188, Lines in the Rain. The rain hadn't stopped. Fat droplets continued to fall from the thick clouds overhead, soaking the ground, filling old footprints with puddles, and beating a steady rhythm against rooftops. It was a chilling reminder that the storm hadn't passed, only changed form. Trees sagged under the weight of waterlogged leaves, and the air hung heavy with the scent of wet earth and tension. Inside the cottage, the guardians had turned the main room into a command post. A hastily cleared table now overflowed with maps, torn paper scraps, old trail guides, and a few flickering lanterns, casting long, twitching shadows across the walls. The scent of ink, charcoal, and wet wool filled the air. Ashley stood at the center, sleeves rolled to her elbows, her fingers stained as she traced lines and circles across the parchment. Her voice was calm, sharp. "If they come through the canyon," she said, tapping one area with the back of a pen, "we'll need to fortify this ridge. There's a choke point right here that could work in our favor. If we post lookouts by Dawn Light Rock and set two-person patrols along the trail systems, we might be able to delay them. Even a few minutes of warning could make all the difference." Kay leaned in beside her, brow furrowed. "We'll need to rig early warning systems, too. Pressure triggers, sound traps. I can set up some basic tripwires with bells or cans. Not elegant, but loud." CJ, already slipping on a rain cloak, grabbed a small bundle of herbs and tucked them into her belt. She turned to Vicky, who was seated on a stool beside the hearth. "I was thinking we should go talk to the elders of the village. If anyone can help calm folks down and start organizing defense efforts, it's going to be them." Vicky looked up and gave a thoughtful nod. "It's time. Let's move before it gets too dark." She stood, shrugging on her heavier coat, and the two of them moved toward the door, boots clicking on the wood floor. Magic had been staring at one of the older, more faded maps with quiet intensity. At last he folded it gently and looked up. "I'm heading toward Barrow Creek. There's still a few from the old guard who linger around there. They've kept the old codes alive, the relay points. If any of them still have working comms, we might be able to reach farther than we think." He looked to Cove-TV and Yerp. "Either of you want to come with me? It's not a short trek." Cove-TV flexed his shoulders with a sigh, cracking his knuckles. "Hell yeah, I'm in." Yerp tilted his head, grinning despite the gloom. "You know I live for this kind of chaos." Ma, seated by the window with ammo resting beside her, spoke without turning her head. Her voice was low but steady. "Watch each other's backs. That canyon ain't what it used to be." Manbear moved toward the doorway and peered through the curtain of rain. "I'll take the eastern tree line tonight. Stay out until the second bell. If I see anything moving out there, I'll signal." The room was alive now with purpose, buzzing with the sounds of boots shifting, whispered strategy, and the low murmur of wind outside. Rain drummed harder against the rooftop like the ticking of some ancient clock counting down. Ashley bent lower over the map, drawing another thick line through the canyon's edge. "We make our stand here. If they want to come through, they're going to have to come through us." Kells stood beside the hearth, still pale from the scare earlier, but steadier now. Her eyes were locked on Emma's sleeping face, but her ears caught every word. Outside, thunder rumbled somewhere in the distance. The guardians, scattered but united, were moving. And as the night deepened, their lines were drawn, etched in stormlight, rain, and resolve.
All right.
Makes it just so much more crap having narrated.
Go chapter 189, everybody.
Chapter 189, Shadows on the Move. Rain continued to drizzle steadily as dusk gave way to deeper night. The clouds overhead had thickened into an unbroken blanket, making the world feel smaller, more enclosed. Everything was damp, hushed, tense. Magic, Cove-TV, and Yerp stood just outside the cottage, packs slung over their shoulders, gear checked and double-checked. A lantern flickered low near the door, casting orange light across the wet porch. "Wish we could wait till morning," Yerp muttered, cinching the strap across his chest and adjusting his gloves. "But I know, no time to waste." "She's already here," Magic said, voice grim. "Every second we waste is another step closer to whatever they've got planned." Barrow Creek might be our only chance to get ahead of this. I've got some old ties still active out there. We need to know what's coming before it gets here. Cove-TV exhaled sharply through his nose, pulling his hood up over his head. Then let's not drag our feet. Let's get moving before night gets any darker. They moved out with purpose, their boots sloshing through puddles as they made their way down the narrow trail leading east. The forest was quiet except for the occasional creak of wet branches and the murmur of distant water. Every so often a gust of wind would rustle the leaves, and the rain would shift direction. The silence wasn't peaceful. It was dense, like the woods themselves were holding their breath. Nearly an hour passed before the trail bent toward a low, crooked shack, nestled between two boulders, half hidden by brush and a collapsed tree limb. It looked abandoned at first glance, weather-worn, sagging, like it had given up long ago. But Magic didn't hesitate. He stepped forward. He turned to Cove-TV and Yerb. "Stay outside. Keep watch. This'll only take a few minutes." "You sure?" Cove-TV asked, narrowing his eyes at the door. "This looks like the kind of place where people vanish." Magic nodded once, face unreadable. "Yeah, this one's complicated." Without waiting for a response, he stepped up and pushed the shack door open. The hinges groaned softly, creaking like they hadn't been used in months. The interior was dark except for a single candle burning on a low crate in the corner. Shadows twisted along the warped walls, clinging to every surface. A figure sat in the corner, hooded, unmoving. At their feet, a strange dog-like creature with matted fur and too many teeth, crouched low, muscles tense. Its eyes glowed faintly in the dim candlelight, ears pricked with alert suspicion. The creature looked ready to pounce until the figure gave a quiet command. "Heel." The creature froze instantly, then slowly sank back down into stillness, though its eyes never left Magic. "You always did know how to find me," the voice rasped, low and dry. Magic tensed, eyes narrowing. "I need information," he said simply, his tone edged with urgency. "I don't have time for games. Tempest is back. It's all happening so fast. Please." The figure leaned forward just enough to catch the flicker of the candlelight. A glint of metal shimmered beneath their cloak, and for a second, Magic caught the edge of a scarred jaw. "Then the storm's finally breaking," they said with a dry, mirthless laugh. "Surprised it took her this long to crack." Magic stepped closer, boots soft on the rotted floorboards. "So..." The figure was silent for a long time, the kind of silence that pressed in like a fog. Then finally, "You'll get what you need, but it'll cost you. Everything does now. Still the same rates." Magic hesitated, then reached into the pouch at his side and pulled out a silver dagger, its sheath finely engraved with old markings. He held it out without a word. The cloaked figure's head tilted slightly. They reached forward and took the dagger with reverence, weighing it in their hand before nodding. "That'll do." Magic waited, the tension in his jaw visible. "Then talk." The figure's voice dropped lower, taking on an almost reverent tone. "Word is, a name's been resurfacing in the old channels. A name not heard since the end of the initiative. Rook." A low growl rumbled from the creature at the figure's feet, its hackles rising as if stirred by the name alone. The figure reached down slowly, placing a firm hand on the beast's head. "Easy. He's fine, for now," he muttered, his voice softening for the first time. The dog-like creature stilled immediately under his touch, its glowing eyes fixed on Magic with wary interest. Magic's brows furrowed. "That name rings a bell." The figure gave a half nod, fingers still curled around the silver dagger. As he spoke, he slowly unsheathed it and ran his fingers along the gleaming edge with an unsettling reverence. "I heard he commanded the mountain forts," he said, eyes locked on the blade. "Kept the high passes under his thumb. Some say he's back for a job. Some say he never left." Magic's eyes narrowed. "Anything else?" The figure remained silent, the flickering candlelight casting deep shadows across their face. The weight of what was unspoken hung between them, heavy and final. Magic stepped closer, his voice tense. You've got to have more than that. The figure hesitated, the candlelight flickering across his hooded face. That's all I'm saying, he said. Magic blinked, his expression shifting. That's it? That's all you're giving me for a blade like that? The figure laughed, low and sharp. It's a beautiful blade, I'll give you that. But that's all you can afford, he said, running his fingers down the edge with deliberate care. That's the cost of good information, old friend. You're lucky I gave you that much. Magic's expression darkened, and he took a step forward, voice rising. I gave you a priceless blade, and that's all you're willing to give me? The figure didn't flinch. Instead, he reached slowly beneath his cloak and pulled a narrow blade halfway from its sheath. The candlelight caught its edge. Easy, Magic, he chuckled, voice suddenly cool and dangerous. You don't want things to end like they did last time. Magic stopped, jaw clenched, staring into the shadows beneath the hood. After a long pause, he stepped back, fists tight at his sides. The tension throbbed in the air, brittle and charged. Outside, Yerp kicked at moss-covered rock, arms crossed. He peered back toward the shadowed trail that came from. Man, I hate these kinds of places, all moss and mystery. Cove-TV stood a few feet away, arms folded tightly. Yeah, something about this night feels off, like we're not the only ones moving through the dark. The wind shifted slightly, and neither of them noticed the subtle shimmer of motion deeper in the trees, like something watching, waiting. Then the silence shattered as the door to the shack burst open with a jarring creak. Magic stormed out into the rain, his jaw tight, his eyes blazing with fury. His cloak snapped behind him in the wind, wet fabric slapping against his boots as he strode past Cove-TV and Yerp. Let's go, he snapped with frustration, voice low and grim, not slowing his pace. Whatever exchange had happened inside, it was clear. He was done. We're heading for Barrow Creek, he said, not slowing his stride as he passed them. We've wasted enough time. Yerp and Cove-TV exchanged glances but fell in step behind him, saying nothing. The trail ahead wound into the dense trees, dark and dripping with rain. Each step a quiet splash through mud and leaves. Barrow Creek wasn't far now, and with every step Magic's thoughts churned, sharpened by the weight of what little he'd learned, and the questions still left unanswered. And outside, the rain kept falling, soft, steady, and endless.
Hey, what up, Scott? I hope you're having a dope day, brother.
What up, dude?
All right. We got one more chapter, everybody. Here we go.
Chapter 190, Before the Storm. The storm was no longer just a whisper in the distance. It had become a roaring presence, a living weight pressing down on the village from above. The clouds swirled like bruised ink, dark and immense, blocking the last of the evening light. Thunder cracked across the sky with jarring sharpness, followed closely by low, groaning rumbles that echoed through the hills. The wind was constant now, wild, cold, and biting, carrying the earthy scent of soaked soil and smoke through the crooked streets. CJ and Vicky moved with purpose. Cloaks pulled tight, faces tense with urgency. They went door to door, their boots slipping on muddy porches and wet cobblestones. With every knock, they brought a clear and unyielding warning. Tempest is back, CJ said, her voice firm and loud enough to cut through the wind. Stay inside, lock your doors, don't open for anyone you don't know, and if you hear something outside, ignore it. The people behind the doors didn't argue, not after seeing CJ's face, not after feeling the weight of the storm. Eyes peered through curtains and cracked doors, worried parents clutching children, elders clutching prayer stones, young teens pretending not to be afraid. Vicky would soften CJ's tone, repeating the message in a calm but serious voice. Please, just stay put tonight. This one's not like the others. With every door they passed, the wind seemed to grow stronger. The trees leaned unnaturally with each gust, branches groaning as if warning of something unseen. Lightning began to dance in the clouds above, streaks of violet and white that lit the sky for a heartbeat at a time. It wasn't just a storm anymore, it was a presence, a pressure, a reckoning. CJ stopped briefly in the village center, staring up at the blackened sky. "It's like the whole world is holding its breath," she murmured. Vicky joined her eyes scanning the horizon. "It's never felt like this before, not even during the old days." CJ nodded slowly. "We're running out of time." Inside the cottage, the contrast was stark. The world beyond raged with wind and fury, but within the thick wooden walls, the storm was reduced to a distant noise. Candles glowed warmly on tables and shelves, their flames flickering with each vibration of thunder. Shadows danced across the walls, shifting with unease. Kells sat silently beside Ammo's bed, her posture stiff, her expression unreadable. The others were elsewhere, doing what they could, preparing, watching, but she hadn't left Ammo's side since the last incident. Her hand rested gently on his, curled around his like an anchor. Morgan, loyal as ever, lay at Kells's feet with her head resting on the wooden floor, eyes flicking up now and then to check on the quiet figure in the bed. He hadn't moved in hours. The fever had taken hold again, and his skin was slick with sweat. He looked so fragile now, nothing like the stubborn, loud warrior they all knew. His breathing was shallow, his color faded. And then he stirred. Kells froze, unsure if it had been real. Then it happened again, a twitch of his fingers, a furrow in his brow. His head shifted ever so slightly on the pillow. "Ammo?" she whispered, leaning closer. His eyes didn't open fully, but his lips parted. "Water," he rasped. Kells let out a gasp, nearly knocking over the cup on the table as she grabbed it. Her hand shook as she lifted his head gently and brought the rim to his mouth. He drank slowly in small sips. Each swallow was a miracle. "You're okay," she said, voice trembling. "You're here. You're okay." Ammo blinked, his gaze hazy. He didn't respond, not with words, but the fact that he was awake was enough, more than enough. Soft footsteps crept closer from the hallway, Ma returning. She reached the doorway and froze, her eyes widening in disbelief at the sight of Ammo conscious. For a moment, she didn't breathe. "He's awake," Kells breathed. "He just asked for water." Ma gave a small, hopeful nod. "It's the root is working," she said, her voice soft but steady. Ammo's eyes fluttered, then slowly closed again, his breathing steadying as he faded back into sleep. The storm was coming, but inside, for the first time in days, there was a spark of hope. And in the back of everyone's minds, one question lingered. Was it already too late?
What up, Mama Roo? How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And that is our Guardians of Unity. Yes.
Got you muted. What up, Mama Roo?
Hey, what up, Coffin? How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Happy Tuesday. Such a great ass story.
Yes, things are getting serious.
I can't wait for next week to see what happens next.
Man, it's so hot today.
Look like they got a smudge on the camera.
Let me check something quick. Oh, shit. Rain.
Day.
Yep.
Rain here soon.
I wish it would rain.
Nope. Not till Saturday.
We should have audio.
So we get to hear them yell at us coming by.
Looks like it was raining, but not rained down.
That looks like it rained pretty good over there.
Whoa. Whoa.
Big wiper on the camera?
That's crazy.
That's cool.
That's dope. I approve. Highly, highly approve of that.
Never would have thought of it.
This fucking fan, dude. It just blows my cigarette ashes everywhere. It's so great.
Shit, what's everyone smoking on out there today?
Just a little bit of reclaim I got left, and 66 there. Oh, I wish.
Yeah, great. You don't need both. Just keep that bitch here too.
Bro, I learned some crazy new shit today, though. So after 9/11, when they were cleaning up Ground Zero, they found a boat.
A boat?
A boat. Like, from, like, olden days, like, 17th, 18th century. That was, like, yeah, I don't know. I was half in and out of it, like, but I was listening to it or whatever, and, man, I was like, holy shit.
Cool.
Some bitch was buried underneath all that shit, dude.
That's pretty cool.
That's great. And then there was a boat that sank over by Oregon, but then in the 1700s, there was a tsunami, and it just threw the boat into the mountains, basically, in shreds. Yeah, and so they're finding all sorts of random boat pieces out in the fucking mountains of Oregon.
But that's freaking some people out.
It's part of the Drain the Ocean series where they, like, use science and scanning and CGI to, like... It's so funny how they start that show, though, because basically they take a video of, like, a wave rolling in and just reverse it, and it looks like they're draining the ocean. They do it so well, but it's literally just a fucking wave backwards.
Yeah, I gotta look this up. That sounds pretty fucking cool.
No, and they're like, they use, like, footage of Niagara Falls, like, as if it's, like, draining into a fucking drain. Like, it's just so funny how they do it.
That's some talent right there.
Dang, $3 a gram.
Hell yeah, I would have grabbed 10 grams too.
It's coming in. It's just slow.
Man, that's a big boy.
Super ripped, dude. I really haven't smoked much today.
Nope, that's all I got here. Sounds like it's time to smoke another. I wonder how big that is.
I just wanted to make sure we did have audio. We should have audio.
Could be any moment. What up, Brittany?
Hey, what up, Brittany? Up and down. Not too bad at the moment.
Morgan Trader.
What's that?
Name of the book, thanks.
Michigan Trader.
Ah.
It helps. I mean, I have it on the big screen, so like it's clear as day for me.
I was about to say it took a while from Michigan to clear up.
What up, dudes on the boat?
Yeah, we have, did you forget?
Which more? Oh, you should be good now.
That one dude was non-stop on the horn.
Dude, every time you went to go say something, that's why I was like, oh, no, don't, just wait a second. Like, you're not going to get a word out before you let it.
Nope, he was quick. The boat's not, but he was quick with the horn.
So I feel like this is one of those, it's basically like that's the boat, but it's all powered by this barge thingy on the back of it. This little butt tail, like a little bumblebee butt. Boats. Let me grab a different camera angle.
That's a big bitch. Wonder what he's got on there. Yeah, that's a big bitch.
Right. And they're just gonna like pull that bitch into a parking spot, dude.
Like it's nothing.
Like it's nothing. Yeah, that's great.
I like that beginning.
I didn't look it up. I'm sorry, Kay. I might already have information. Hey, I fucking do. Dope. It's only 740 feet. That's still long, but I like the 1,000 footers. Ayo, that's what she said.
Ew.
It is a articulated tug barge. So like the big part's the barge, the little part's the tug, I guess. Oh. It cargoes, that's funny. It cargoes iron ore and stone. It's launched in 2020. It's a fucking new ass boat.
For sure.
From Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Never been.
Nope.
See, why doesn't this fucking camera have a wiper?
Yeah, for real. I'm being stingy.
The one in the fog was dope. That was so fucking spooky. Dude, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning here. It was early. Well, I suppose I do cheat the camera back, so it was like 6 o'clock, and it was still like hella early, dawn, nothing but fog. And that boat, like, it disappeared as it came out of the camera. Like, as it came out of the canal. It's just gone, dude, into the fog. That shit would be terrifying, dude. If you get out in the middle of that bitch, like, you can't see nothing.
You better pay attention to that tracking software you got on there with GPS.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down. Well, I mean, that's a great song. But does anybody know what I'm talking about? The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald song?
I don't think so.
It's a super dope, sad song. Creepy cool. Alright, we can play this song. I've never played it, so.
See?
I've played other Gordon Lightfoot songs.
Oh, probably alright.
So this song is the story of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald back in the 70s, 80s. It's like the wreck of the Great Lakes.
Oh shit.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Then later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed you." At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Superior sings in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. The iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit, they prayed in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. And the legend lives on from the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early.
R.I.P. Man, it's crazy. R.I.P. Oz. It's crazy. Such a great song. Well, fucking A, man. I don't know, you want to smoke one more and call it an afternoon?
Sounds like a plan.
Right. I hope everybody's had a dope ass Tuesday. Much love. I'm super sorry about missing the morning show this morning. I'll be back at tomorrow morning. Morning show, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I hope you've all had a wonderful day. Much love, everybody. Hope to see everybody at Token Tunes tonight. For those that will see at Token Tunes tonight, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Please make sure you're following everybody on the team. And thank you for all the love. And yes, I'm feeling better. Much love, everybody. I'll keep it short and sweet and hand it over to Preston.
Well, much love, all you amazing ass people. Hope it's been a great ass day. All around, start to finish so far. Guardians of Unity is such an amazing story. I love it. I can't believe how far we've already made it into this story. And definitely look forward to seeing each and every one of y'all later on tonight. You don't want to miss out on it. It's such a great ass time. If you are not already, make sure you're giving a like and follow everyone you've been interacting with out there. So if it wasn't for each and every one of y'all, we wouldn't be able to do it. Much stuff we get to do each and every time. And make sure you're giving a like and follow everyone you see up on screen throughout all the amazing things we get to do. One and only Beans with the Cove, Man Bear, Cornbread, Kelsey Dabrichek, Magic Woodman Productions, one and only Year for Entertainment, all the amazing stuff going on each and every time, each and every day that you don't want to miss out on. But it is time to hop on down, get some food, kick back, don't relax. If you relax, you're going to miss out on the fun going on there. So get some food, kick back, and look forward to seeing each and every one of y'all there. Much love, y'all.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
The sun's overhead, sky so blue. Palm trees sway as the smoke drifts through. Pack the bowl, take it slow. Blazing in the breeze, let the heart flow. Ocean waves crash on the shore. Feel the rhythm, who could ask for more? In the cove we live with ease. Blazing in the breeze, feel the peace. Blazing in the breeze where the sun shines bright. Cannabis clouds float into the light. Feel the warmth, let your mind unwind. Blazing in the breeze, leave the stress behind. Brass notes sing, steel drums keep time. As the breeze rolls in, everything's in line. Blazing in the breeze where the day feels right. Light it up, let it take flight. Feel the smoke, it's smooth and sweet. The sun's still high, the moment's complete. Spark it up, let the worries fade. Blazing in the breeze where good times are made. Afternoon light, golden and warm. in the cove, it's where we transform. Take your time, there's no need to run. Blazing in the breeze, under the sun. Blazing in the breeze, where the sun shines bright. Cannabis clouds float into the light. Feel the warmth, let your mind unwind. Blazing in the breeze, leave the stress behind. Brass notes sing, steel drums keep time. As the breeze rolls in, everything's in line. Blazing in the breeze, where the day feels right. Light it up, let it take flight. Let the high roll as the breeze rolls by. In the cove under an open sky. Sun's still high and the vibe is strong. Blazing in the breeze where you belong. Blazing in the breeze where the sun shines bright. Cannabis clouds floating into the light. Feel the warmth, let your mind unwind. Blazing in the breeze, leave the stress behind. Brass notes sing, steel drums keep time. As the breeze rolls in, everything's in line. Blazing in the breeze where the day feels right. Light it up, let it take flight.
Much love, everybody.
Much love, you. See you later.